thank you so much to everybody that has tuned in to the From Scratch podcast. I just want to let you guys know that I'm so grateful for all of the love and support that you've given. There is so much more to come with this podcast. We are just getting started. Like episode 5 is about to come out, which really gets into the details of my time in prison. But then the really exciting thing is I'm going to be doing some incredible interviews with people, really getting down and dirty with what it really looks like to rebuild and restart your life from scratch. There's going to be some incredible interviews coming up. So make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this with friends that are maybe even starting their life over from scratch, and let's help them to rebuild together. Something really fun that we're actually doing today that I'm really excited about on my personal Instagram page, which is at Alana Moor Speaks. I actually put up a story today and I asked people to send me in questions that they had, like if you wanted to know about my time in prison. You know, I know a lot of people that I know have asked me a ton of questions. So I just asked people to send in their questions. So we're going to answer a few of those questions today. We're going to actually answer 2 of them. So one of the first questions that I got, the second one we'll save because it's a little raunchy, but the first question that I got was from Julie. And she said, what would have happened if you didn't sign that paper before going to prison? Now, that would be from episode 2 if you haven't listened to it yet. But there was a paper that I signed from the Fiscalia, which is the prosecutor, that I didn't know what I was signing. And when I signed that piece of paper, I said that I was taking responsibility for every single thing that was in my bag. And it was in Spanish, and I didn't know what I was signing. So what would have happened if I didn't sign that paper is really interesting. I actually probably would not have done time after my 6 months of investigation. So there was a 6 months investigation, which is where they would have sort of gone through everything that had happened from start to finish, from when I was arrested. And so if I hadn't signed that, I probably would have done those 6 months and they would have realized that there was a ton of things that they did, quote unquote, illegally that were against the law. And I would have gone free. So I basically signed my entire life away when I signed that piece of paper. That was a really tough thing for me to swallow. So, second question. I don't even know if I want to read this whole thing, but this is it's in Spanish. And it says, seguramente las mujeres se volvían locas por ti. Por ser rubia, tuviste novia adentro. So basically somebody's asking me that was saying that girls probably went crazy because I was blonde, because there were no white girls in prison. And did I have a girlfriend in prison? The answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, is no. I did not have a girlfriend in prison. I was super nervous on the way into prison, like when I was driving up, that I was going to have to be someone's girlfriend, because that's sort of part of the culture. But I learned very quickly that by A, saying no, and B, putting myself in a position of leadership, which was me being a fitness instructor, it put me in a position where people sort of, quote unquote, respected me more. And I didn't have to do that in order to survive it all. So no, I did not have a girlfriend in prison. So those are the 2 questions. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that like button, tell your friends. Thank you so much for the love and support. Again, this is Alana from Scratch. Love y'all.
We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the light.